What's up to all you marks out there? Welcome back to a edition, not an exciting edition, but a edition of WWE Monday Night Raw review. My name is Patrick. My co-host Jay MacTac. At some point,
no enthusiasm.
at some point, RageTheLunatic is supposed to join us. We shall see with that. So while we are waiting for him to prim and prep his shit, we are just gonna go. All right. So Raw.
Speaking of.
And his ears must have been ringing. Yo.
What's up?
Good evening.
What's up, buddy?
Not too much. I'm surprised I stayed awake for that.
Dude, I'm serious.
Us too.
Yeah, around like 9:15, it was a struggle. My girl was on the couch watching it with me, and I was just kind of like half listening to like pretty much the last half of the show. It's terrible.
Yeah, I was. I had it on one TV, and then I was doing Wii bowling with my 5-year-old. So
I was just saying, if we weren't doing these reviews, I would have turned it off and watched Netflix or something.
I don't blame you.
Alright, so we are just going to jump right into this because I am tired as fuck. Alright, so Raw opened with a Memorial Day promo saluting the soldiers. As always appreciate that. Support our troops.
It's the best part of Raw.
Then we had an announcement that a triple threat would happen between Bray, Balor, and Joe. The show opened with The Miz. The Miz says that he was feeling good, that he's finally going to get his hands on Ambrose. He's just a lying, cheating thief who stole his championship. Just same old shit. Then he brings out Cesaro and Sheamus for a interview. He says no superstars deserve more to become champions than they do. Miz mentions the Hardy Boys. Crowd goes nuts. Sheamus says that the crowd only loves the flavor of the weeks and no loyalty to any of the superstars whatsoever. Miz says he can't wait for his worldwide intercontinental tour to begin. Then Ambrose interrupts. Ambrose pretty much says that
long ass promo.
Yeah, dude, this whole opening segment was like a half hour long.
With the match, it was
way too long.
Definitely.
It was crazy.
And how many times have we seen Dean Ambrose and The Miz?
Yeah, true.
Quite a lot.
And it's real. And like, how many times like do we have to see like the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus? Like, just fucking end this feud and just move on to better
I think
shit.
both will end this Sunday though.
Something needs to happen with the Hardys.
Yeah, like somebody needs to break them so they become broken. But
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the rumor mills is that it's not going to happen anymore. Is that what's going down?
It's up in the air, from what I'm hearing.
Legal issues.
Everything I'm hearing, it's up in the air. WWE does want to use it to an extent, but they're not willing to fork out money for lawyers and fight it, even though everybody says they own it.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the Hardy Boys had a little less pep in their step today. Yeah. Especially Matt. Matt just seemed kind of morose, but
Well, I saw the other day Rebby Hardy tweeted that she was no longer going to talk about it due to the fact she's about to have a baby. I think that is kind of not the total truth. I think she was told to shut the fuck up by her lawyers.
I think so too.
Because I think she's saying a lot of stuff that's probably not true, or saying stuff that can hurt them in the court of law.
Just shut your mouth, Dixie. Just shut your beautiful face. Just shut it.
Dixie, right?
Yeah. That's what I think's going on. That's just speculation from me.
Seems
I may be wrong. But I think that's probably, it's more something like that.
True. Alright, so we came back from a commercial break and a impromptu 6-man tag match happened between the Hardy Boys and Ambrose versus The Miz, Cesaro, and Sheamus. This is pretty much standard heel face thing. Matt Hardy's getting beaten down for a lot of the match. Hot tag to Jeff. Jeff comes in, cleans house a little bit. Did you notice that the Twist of Fate was fucked up? It was not.
That was terrible.
It was not a Twist of Fate. It was just a swinging neck breaker. And then Jeff comes in for his swanton, and the faces prevail.
Matt just seemed real sloppy overall tonight.
Yeah, for real. That whole match was just garbage. And
it was like 8:40 when this.
Yeah, the twist of neck breaker leading into the swanton bomb, and hopefully Cesaro and Sheamus just take the titles off them and just kind of move on. Yeah.
Like I was saying, I expect both these feuds to end Sunday with new champions. That's just my personal prediction, but
I don't think anyone's going to take the titles off the Hardys until it's going to be
the revival. Yeah, the revival. What, dude?
I really think it's going to be the revival.
So what was that shit going down with Corey Graves in the phone call? Because this is the part where I was kind of like phasing in and out a little bit.
Here's basically what they're doing. It seems like they maybe set Kurt Angle up for a return to the ring.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like. Something's going on. I don't know if it's someone that's on the roster now or if they're bringing in somebody. Someone has information allegedly about Kurt Angle that could devastate him and ruin him. So that's what they're going with. And somebody threw Corey Graves. So I'm thinking it's someone from NXT.
Triple H.
I hope it's not Roderick Strong. Please don't let it be Roderick Strong.
Don't let it be Velveteen Dream.
All right, so next up we had Samson doing his songs in the middle of the ring, and then he faced Jobber's Zach Evans. So not much to write home about. It was just a straight squash match, but it was a squash match that nobody gave a fuck about.
No.
This crowd was quiet as shit. I mean, like, Samson, I think that the way to build him up is you need to build him up against credible people. You can't feed him.
This isn't the Braun Strowman.
Yeah, you can't feed. He's not big enough to be fed little crappy Zach Evans, and he wasn't really even dominating him all that much.
No, they could have been a lot better than that.
Yeah, it doesn't really even have that much offense to showcase either.
Like, you had the Drifter roaming around backstage for like a month or so. You couldn't come up with anything better than feeding him fucking Zach Evans. Like, Jesus.
It just goes to show of they're ruining talent, and they're going to continue to do it as long as Kevin Dunn and all them goons are in operation.
Basically.
Yeah, true. Next up, we had the Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Bray Wyatt match. What did you think about this?
You know what? I kind of enjoyed parts of this. Bray Wyatt, man, what have they done to him?
They've sent him to Raw.
Yeah, he pretty much just kind of got neutered once he came. It just seems like it seems like a lot of the promos for a lot of the superstars, they always say the same shit. So it just kind of hits less and less every time.
Yeah, how many times can you tell someone you're this scary being and then you lose?
Yeah, true, yo.
The same amount of times Jinder Mahal can say there's 1.3 billion people in India.
Someone wrote Bray Wyatt.
and hey, he's from Canada, by the way.
Yes. Canadian Jinder Mahal.
Someone wrote on Twitter, Bray Wyatt, the eater of L's. I thought that was hilarious. Alright, so the ending of this match was Balor hit a coup de grace on Bray. Then Joe just threw Balor like a ragdoll. He threw the Balor into the post, and then he stole the 3 count from Balor. So this is literally, I have my money on Bray to win this because Bray sure as fuck isn't going to win on Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you think that Finn's going to win on Sunday?
I do.
I don't.
I hope not.
I do.
I don't know. I can't get behind him.
With the way Raw ended tonight, I won't be surprised if Roman Reigns wins.
No, I think Roman's not going to win.
Isn't that a trip, though? Like, for, like, the last, like, 2 months, we've all bitched about, like, how Roman Reigns is all about everything, but now that it looks like Roman Reigns is not going to get the push, now we kind of want him to.
I think that's what, no, I don't want him to. I don't want him to at all. What I'm saying is, that's something they would pull, as Roman's been on a losing streak lately, and it's just going to be like, look, Roman's been on a losing streak, but he overcame and he did it, and now it's gonna be a big jerk off party, and it's gonna be terrible.
I just think they're gonna save Lesnar versus Reigns for later. Not gonna spoil that for Great Balls of Fire, in my opinion.
No, it should be SummerSlam. Get it done with.
Well, I think Strowman will be back by then.
I'm gonna be out.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back a lot sooner than first originally reported.
Yeah, I just think they want Reigns and Lesnar for the big shows, maybe like Rumble or even save it till Mania. I don't think they're going to waste it.
So they're going to drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah, I think they'll have Balor win just for that sake alone.
And I'm hearing that Lesnar's not even booked till mid-June, like June 20th or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's only got like 4 appearances up until then. So
yeah, I think
The 30-day rule is still out of the question.
Oh, only him. He's the only person who doesn't have to do it. It's unreal. Well, I'll take it over. Pat just had to go to use the bathroom for a second. And good timing, because it was a bathroom break match. It was the mixed tag match. It was announced Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. And then this was Noam Dar versus Rich Swann. Not much happened, basically, until the last 20 seconds. Alicia tried to get involved. Sasha pulled her off the apron. And Swann hit a splash on Dar to get the win. Not really much to talk about. I don't know if you want to add anything.
Well, I got more excited. I did get excited during the match once. And actually, my daughter got a strike on Wii Bowling during the match. So that was it. And she's only 5 years old. She just learned how to play tonight. It was her first strike. So that was kind of exciting.
During that match. Hey, strikes in Wii Bowling, they are exciting, no matter what age.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, this match, it is what it is what it was, you know.
I was saying that during, because I know Patrick mentioned Sasha Banks being in this match, and it's like, well, I honestly think it's at least something. It would be worse if she was just off TV after being involved in like title picture.
Yeah, I mean, WWE's always done that, even back in the WWF days.
Yeah.
They've always done that. They've always kind of just combined. If someone's feuding with somebody, they'll combine them. You know, this has been going on for a long time, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah, at least keep.
Like I'm saying, the match was booked to be what it was, and they did their job. You know.
Yeah, keep her on TV, and then I'm assuming she'll be back toward the main event picture sooner than later. I
want to see a heel turn.
Yeah, I think most people would like to see that at this point.
She was fantastic in NXT as a heel.
Oh, she was. I would say better than Charlotte in NXT.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
She was fantastic.
I think Charlotte kind of surpassed her as far as the main roster goes, but in NXT she was great.
Keep her on Raw, make her a heel. There you go.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, not much to talk about. They did like a dance routine at the end just to show chemistry, I guess.
Wow, you're still talking about this match?
We were talking.
It's like, oh, we only got like 2 minutes.
I told a Wii Bowling story, too.
Yeah, so. We were talking about Roman Reigns and Finn Balor.
Dude, where the fuck is Nia Jax lately? Why is she not on TV anymore?
Today was her birthday, I know that.
Oh, nice. Well, today she really isn't most girls.
It's almost like she's like quietly suspended.
Oh, man.
She just hasn't been there.
You guys have to let me throw something out there real quick.
Go for it.
Because you said she's not like most girls. I have a Twitter page, kind of a comedy little page we just started, called Meme Muertes. Okay? And you got to check that out on Twitter. I actually just made a Nia Jax picture today. You have to go out and check it out if you want to see what it is. It's definitely worth checking out. If you know Meme Muertes from Lucha Underground, it's spelled the same way, but meme, M-E-M-E, Muertes on Twitter. Check it out.
Everyone listening, follow.
It's a comedy page. It's hilarious. I've done quite a few little twitches with it, and we're getting some good followers going. So be sure to check that out. But thanks for letting me do that, guys.
Yeah, of course, for sure. So we came back from commercial, and the Revival, both of them, Dash and Waller, are back.
Selling everybody grills.
Yeah, trying to sell that Wilder's been down with some braces, but we all know why he was out for a while. Cass accused Graves. Is this right? Cass accused Graves of accusing himself as the one who attacked Enzo. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He was just pretty much throwing out all the possibilities and whatnot, and Cass took a non-liking to it. And this kind of tells me right here, because Cass confronted him, everyone's going to think it's not him, but it's going to be him.
It's going to be Cass.
It's going to be too.
Yeah, well, it should. It should, you know? It's going to be like, yo, Enzo, you're just dead weight, you know what I mean? I'm just carrying you. You're a scrub.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think Enzo goes to 205 Live.
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
I think Enzo can help out 205 Live a lot more than what he's doing right now.
Oh, for sure.
And I'd like to see Cass have a good run.
By himself. Like,
yeah.
We've already ran through all of the clever Enzo lines. I feel like he's just kind of spurting out some D-line material these days.
Just to play devil's advocate, I feel like they're breaking a lot of tag teams up lately, like almost a lot of them. So I feel like they're losing a lot of at least performers in the tag division.
And that's why I'm feeling like there's something about to happen. I don't know if they're going to put a couple main eventers together as a team and have them do title runs like that. We've seen them do that in the past when they were kind of short on tag teams.
Yeah.
You know, we saw Mick Foley and The Rock back in the day. You know, guys like that. We've seen this happen before, and I think we may be on the verge of something like that happening again, perhaps.
Yeah, because I know we mentioned something happening with the Hardys. It's like, are they really going to break up them too? Like, how many tag teams are they going to break up?
I don't think they'll break them up. I think they'll just, at some point, when they go broken, somehow, I don't know if they'll do another shuffle or just a full-out draft. One will be on one show and, you know, one will be on the other. I think Matt should be, I'd like to see Matt on SmackDown, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Especially if he was doing a broken gimmick. No, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Just with the talent over there, it would go over better with guys like AJ Styles. You know, he'd have cream of the crop guys to work with, not just in ring, but overall for the you know, the storylines and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so
this is when the show started to get tough.
Yeah, this is where I started snoozing. All right, so next up we had Kalisto versus Titus O'Neil as the boss. Gonna show the people how to do it. Really quick match. Titus grabbed the tights and beat Kalisto. So Apollo's still looking like a scrub on screen. And is there any way to save Apollo Crews at this point? Because I feel like there isn't.
No, there's really not. And this whole storyline was taken by Lucha Underground, by the way.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've watched Lucha Underground, like around season 2. A guy, Famous B, took a wrestler under his wing and doing the same thing. So they kind of just took it from that, and you know, I kind of know where it's probably going to go, but I don't know. It's stale, it's boring, but I guess at least he's getting used.
Well, it's like
where's Curtis Axel? I'd rather see him on my
yeah, right.
Yeah.
The chains are off. The chains are off.
I feel like the only way to save Apollo Crews is just a full character switch. Like,
just punch him in the mouth so he can't smile anymore. Then that eliminates half the
knock a couple
issue.
teeth out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Don't let him flash those pearly whites no more. Just
yeah,
yank
no
him
more
out.
smiling.
The only way Apollo Crews can get over as a heel if he's a cocky asshole and that smile don't go away. He can get over with that smile if he uses it the right way and has the right character to use it.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a DDP type thing.
Kind of something like that, or like just real cocky and arrogant. You know, don't give him no stupid, you know, glamorous gimmick where he's, you know, all glamored up, but, you know, be subtle, but do something to where he can benefit from.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to do like a heel turn with him, but he's not like fully heel. He's just kind of tagging along with Titus. So they really need to have him like start doing an attack or something. Why are you pointing to the camera? Stop being weird.
Alright, so next up we had Alexa's first major bomb in the WWE.
Okay, first off, this segment is not the wrestler's fault. This is just brutal.
This was a hard one to push.
Nobody could have saved this one.
So we had the Bayley, this is your life thing. Bayley had a bunch of trinkets and shit on the table. Made fun of a sportsmanship trophy in her yearbook, saying Bayley was the most likely to apologize. Then she talks to Bayley's 4th grade teacher. Was it Miss Flappers?
Miss Flapper, I think. Something like that.
If that's
what
her real
a
name.
bad choice of name.
The whole
thing was
the whole actors were just weird as shit.
Oh yeah, the friend that was like, she never wanted to do this. She just wanted to watch Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
they shit on Monday Night Raw in the promo.
Yeah, they really did. They shit on their own company.
She never wanted to hang out with me. She just wanted to watch this crappy product all the time. That's all she wanted to do.
The sports entertainment company that has a little something for everybody.
I don't know how this got approved. I don't how did this? Someone had to have gotten fired before show's end for this thing.
Vince might have been in the shitter, and Kevin Dunn's like, just do it.
Yeah, I don't know how it got to the approval stage, but it was just horrific.
So basically,
there was like a makeout session. It was awkward.
Yeah, it was madness. So then basically, it ended with Bayley just having enough of the teacher madness and some exes and best friends making out. Attacks Bayley with the kendo stick hidden underneath the table, and this sets up a not so exciting title match at Extreme Rules.
Bailey should have hit the Bailey to belly on that Tracy chick through the table and then got hit with the kendo stick.
Well, one of my oldest wrestling philosophies is whoever loses on the go home show usually wins on pay-per-view. So because Bailey got dominated, do you think Bailey is going to win at Extreme Rules?
No, I don't.
No.
I think Alexa Bliss has to hold on to that title right now.
Yeah, I think she's done.
She's really the only thing going in the women's division. As cringe as that whole segment was tonight, she's really the only thing that's been consistent on Raw as far as the women's division goes.
I think the segment wasn't Alexa's fault. Like, she was good on the mic. It wasn't even Bailey's fault. I think if you really want to get a rise out of people, you bring Asuka up. Since nobody can beat her down there, you bring her up and you have her challenge Alexa Bliss eventually at WrestleMania, and she wins both belts, and she'll be the first one ever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Asuka to come up myself. I'm a big fan of Asuka, more so than any other WWE diva or woman. So definitely looking forward to that for sure. She's just floating in NXT right now, just waiting for her to rise up from the ashes.
No, she's just trying to bring people up before she leaves.
I feel like you could, if she was to bow out, I feel like Nikki and Ruby Riott. I think that they could keep it flowing. You know.
I'm a Ruby Riott. I like Ruby Riott.
Yeah, I don't think that it would be completely hurting.
I just think they need more credibility. Like, they haven't really done anything yet.
No, not at all. Keep them down there. Let them develop their characters.
So they need Asuka to be there for at least.
Let them get better at working in the ring with non-planned spots and just calling it on the go.
Right.
True. All right, so next up we had a cruiserweight tag match between Aries and Gallagher and TJP versus Neville. Another one that went straight to the well. Seen this match like so many fucking times and like various different forms. Gallagher gets crushed most of the match. Aries and Neville finally went one-on-one, and Aries made Neville tap to the last chancery. So that was a kind of unexpected turn. I was not seeing that coming. You think that Aries is finally going to take it off Neville on Sunday?
I think it's time.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's time. I was actually kind of surprised they didn't have him take it off him at WrestleMania.
That was my prediction too.
Because Aries was really on fire at that point. I think he's lost a little momentum.
Yeah,
but,
true.
I say Aries. I definitely say Aries.
It's really just. It's really
and
just
also,
with the.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
I just wish they take the cruiserweights off Raw completely. Just do 205 Live on the network and let it be.
Yeah, I agree. We saw.
And make Raw 2 hours. Just make Raw 2 hours because
we all want that.
We're sitting here wanting to fall asleep. Most of the show anyway. Make it 2 hours.
Yeah, and we get teased with the picture-in-picture on SmackDown last week, and why can't they just do that for all the shows? You know what I mean?
And it's not just us guys. I mean, this is the entire community feels this way.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been a pro wrestling fan. I'm going to be 35 years old here in a couple months. I've been a pro wrestling fan since 1986, 1987, and this is the worst, the most talent I've ever seen on a roster with the worst result.
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely agree.
We were spitballing an idea of even starting the show earlier. So, like, starting it at 7. If you're going to keep it at 3 hours, start it at, like, 7. That way,
keep it
it's
to
not
where
going on all night.
Yeah, keep it to where we're not ashamed to, like, stay up to, like, 11:30 at night to be doing this. Because if you're into this, and then if you're into, like, the YouTube community, so, like, right after this, I'm going to cut the promo, I'm going to cut the review, edit it, and then jump and watch other people's review. One of the very first ones I'm going to go to is Joe's, because most likely Joe's going to be live like right after we cut this, so I'll hop in there and see what they have to say. But
probably live.
I was already in the live chat right before you called me.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they're probably shitting on it pretty good right now.
Lots of flapper chat.
Yeah, lots of flapper chat.
Yeah, I feel starting it early though would at least let us get into it a little more, I guess. 7's not absurd. People are usually home by 7 o'clock, ready to go.
People are sitting down, eating dinner, getting a beer, good time.
Yeah, and people still be able to go to bed and not hate themselves the next morning.
Alright, so next up we had the Goldust promo. Basically he said that his counter with R-Truth will be golden, and then R-Truth with a Truth Be Told production.
Truth Be Told production.
He comes back quoting Pulp Fiction. I actually like this little back and forth banter. R-Truth, he's just kind of been like, I feel like he's been in the background for way too long. Like, he's just so talented. Like, it doesn't make sense why they don't use him, like, whatsoever at all. But
no, he's just a comedy act.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
He even was when he was getting her push.
Yeah.
Do you like that Shattered Dreams Productions and all that jazz are coming back now? That
I thought that was the best segment of Raw.
I did too.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that last week. That's what we said, and it was pretty much close on this one. I think that the main event stole it by a little bit because I actually really enjoyed the main event. But
I was saying from a story perspective, this is actually the best feud going, story-wise.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah.
2 mid-card guys that have been sitting on the bench for 2 years.
Yeah, but story-wise, it's the best thing that they have.
Hell, I don't even know if you can call them mid-carders.
Yeah,
No,
true.
Yeah,
Dark matchers.
They're the opening
Dark matchers, for sure. All right, so then we had the
main event.
Yeah, the main event of this trash bowl, Rollins versus Reigns. So Reigns did his typical thing. He was on the offense for much of it. Hit a vicious clothesline. Hit a drive-by on Rollins, sending him into the post. Rollins delivered a sling blade. Reigns hit a Superman punch on Rollins. As Rollins jumped off the top rope for a 2 count. Rollins hit the running powerbomb on Reigns in the corner, and then Reigns no-sells.
Superman punch!
You see the Roman Reigns doll where he just pulled the string, and then Michael Cole just says, Superman punch!
He says it every time, like he would just say, like, oh, he went for a Superman punch! Every single time.
So Rollins gets some major air on his frog splash. Probably does it the best in the business at the moment.
Kevin Owens has a really good one too.
Yeah, but he just can't get as much air because he's just
bigger.
Hey, if Rob Van Dam signs back with WWE, which is what I'm hearing, that'll change.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
We were saying that RVD is the best one.
Yeah, I'm a big RVD fan myself. I've been waiting for him to come back forever. It always seems like they bring him back for like Money in the Bank and like shit like that, you know.
Exactly.
So then, so the ending was Rollins missed his new finisher and Reigns hit the spear for the win.
Never gonna hit that.
So Reigns supreme again, ending the show. So Rage, what would you give this show out of a 10 scale?
I would go with a 4.5.
Wow,
you are
generous.
Yeah, you are generous. I'm going with the same rating as last week. I thought this was a 3 all the way through. I can't even remember a Raw show that I had watched, and probably since I've been doing the reviews, where I've literally struggled to stay awake. This one was a tough one.
I'm gonna actually say 3.5. I started at 2.5, but thinking back and as we were going through it, I changed my mind because that triple threat I actually did enjoy a little bit of.
I'm gonna go 4 because I'll say 4 because I was playing Wii bowling with my kid, like I said, so I had a little more fun during Raw than I normally do.
Yeah, true. There you go.
Yeah, thinking back on the matches, originally I had it at 2.5. I just was not entertained, but the main event was really good.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Joe gave the show a 1 last week. I'm pretty sure.
Oh Lord,
that's how I felt.
That is harsh. Like, I don't think that any show should ever be a 1. Like, I think the 2 is literally the worst it could be.
No, but that's how I felt during the show. I just wasn't entertained. But then going through these, thinking back to the matches, triple threat was good. The main event was really good. The tag match was a little sloppy at the beginning, but it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. So there were some high points, so I'll bump it up. But it just wasn't a good show in any way.
No. And when you're trying to build up a pay-per-view, you got to have a little.
They suck with go-home shows.
Yeah, their go-home shows are pretty terrible nowadays. Wasn't SmackDown and Manchester a go-home show?
Yeah, and I honestly don't remember a really good go-home show in this year.
I hope we get a good SmackDown tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. They usually carry the squad, so all right.
So we'll hear about the.
Have you guys heard anything about previews for SmackDown for tomorrow or anything?
Not a whole lot as of right now.
I like to kind of like stay off social media for that stuff because I would say I'm like a fan first, a reviewer second, and then just a casual observer.
I like when they announce matches going into the show, though.
Yeah, but I don't want like spoilers and teasers and stuff. I kind of just like to live in the moment because the content's kind of already watered down as it is. So if I already know the spoilers going in, it's just gonna be that much worse.
Well, close your ears. Spoiler: there's 1.3 billion people in India. You'll find out tomorrow.
Because of Jinder. So you think Jinder Mahal is going to keep the title until Cena takes it off of him? That's what I'm hearing.
I think about, I don't know, everyone's saying, I'm hearing like September Survivor Series or something.
I will jump off.
SummerSlam.
It could all change. We'll see how this deal with Indy and everything goes. It could change in the blink of an eye if one contract falls through or something. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It's all on India. That's the sad part, but it is.
All right, Rage, we are going to wrap up here. Thank you for being our special guest for the night, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem, man. I would love to be back. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Of course. Take it
Have a
easy,
good one.
All right.
All right, so that is all we had for you. Again, special thanks to Rage for being a special guest on the show. So I give it a 3.
3.5.
3.5.
And before we go, I do want to say special thanks to all that sacrificed everything for us to have the freedom to do these shows and watch and do everything we want to do. Happy Memorial Day. We definitely are thinking of you and everything that you sacrificed, so thank you.
True. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and until next time, you crazy kids, see ya.